Friday, Guam. Welcome to another episode of In the Mix. I'm Jonagan Charfris. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a packed show for you this evening. Coming up, details to the 4th Annual Wine Fest 2017, taking place tomorrow at the Hyatt Regency Guam. A little bit later, it's Tulip Thursday. Chris Barnett makes his way over to Rotten Apple in Tamuning, where he teams up with Chef Grant to whip up a tasty recipe using tulip luncheon meat. We also have a recap of all the fun and excitement that took place at KUAM's fall premiere, and we close out the show tonight with music from Ben Wallace when he performed on Live Local Fridays on Guam's favorite I-94. But first, he was one of 5 artists that took part in Pow Wow Guam, and he has Guam roots. Here's more on Naturel. In the heart of Hagatna, right across the Chamorro Village, your attention will be drawn to a vivid mural created as part of Pow Wow Guam, a worldwide project that coincided with the 10th Guam Art Exhibit. The artist, DC-based and full-blooded Chamorro Lawrence Atoigui, aka Naturel. His parents are both from Guam, his mom a Torres Perez and his dad a Taimunglo Atoigui. While this wasn't his first trip to the 671, it was his first as an adult. In fact, the last time he was on island was over a decade ago. But this visit held a lot more meaning and significance for the illustrative-based artist.
It's been like an awakening, getting to know my heritage. I mean, I was born and raised in the States, and I'm proud of where I come from, but I didn't really have a lot to grasp a hold of. And coming here to the island and seeing and learning and experiencing the culture, it kind of puts a lot of things together.
This is Naturel's 4th time being involved with the Pow Wow project, having previously been a part of Hawaii, Taiwan, Washington, D.C., and now Guam. When it came to brainstorming what he wanted depicted on the mural, he said he wanted it to touch the people and speak to our heritage.
I read about and I learned about the endangered species of birds on the island. And usually a lot is done around the state bird, which is the cocoa, but there's maybe 7 or so or a dozen of birds that aren't on the island anymore. And I think it's important to give each one of them their just due and their light, because they're tremendously beautiful creatures.
With every spray of the paint can and every peel of the painter's tape, Naturel's masterpiece using his signature sharp mosaic-style angles and colors took shape. The end result? A pair of Mariana fruit doves, also known as totots. On Sunday, several from the community gathered at the mural for a special Chamorro blessing ceremony.
I think it's an important message to take care of the island and take care of the environment.
What many probably don't know is that his work has quickly emerged in today's contemporary art scene. His sharp triangular illustrations are a futuristic blend of pop and cubism with a surrealist twist. Naturel is considered an influencer with a massive social media following with 96,000 followers on Instagram alone. His talents have attracted the eyes and ears of celebrity clients such as Swiss Beats, Rihanna, P. Diddy, LL Cool J, LeBron James, among many others. But his success did not come overnight. He attended one of the best schools, Pratt Institute, and from there he started doing the work.
I met a lot of good people, good mentors of mine, good colleagues that eventually made their way into the fashion industry. And then I started my internship with a few clothing brands.
He served as creative director for many apparel projects, from Crooks and Castles to Levi's, as well as brands like Bacardi, Pepsi, Fiat, and the NFL. In the mid-2000s, he worked with brands like Rocawear, which had him working directly with Jay-Z, Echo, and Academics. Most recently, he collaborated with Puma on a line of sneakers which are flying off the shelves.
All the world's a palette, right? And being a creative, being an artist, using your surroundings, using the things that are around you and putting them in context or taking them out of context and using them as color, using them as marks, using them as subjects, is all an interesting, curious type of process, right? So, I try to stay true to the things that inspire me.
And speaking of inspiration, he says he's inspired by the immense talent within Guam's art community. And he has this to say.
Believe in yourself and find your value and demand your value. Respect your craft. There's a lot of energetic people. There's a lot of people that are willing to help. And I feel like there's an important story here to be told. Everybody who's creative on this island, like in Chamorro culture, has to continue on a legacy. And that legacy, it's important for that legacy to be, carried on with like some dignity and integrity. And there's nothing more dignified than, authenticity.
Don't go anywhere, because when we return, we have all the details to WineFest 2017. You're watching In the Mix.